Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I do see that a couple of you new subscribers have become a part of the sub hub. That's right, my sub hub here on YouTube. So welcome. This is going to be a story. Well, not a story time, but I'm going to be talking about dark mirrors. And this is a little bit on the scarier side. People have actually run into these things and use them all the time, and I read about it, I became interested, and I wanted to do a YouTube video. So without further ado, I am going to commence. But before I do, just a little bit of a warning. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not telling you about it so that you go do this. But I do have an option for you to actually, if you do become interested because of this video, a safer way for you to investigate it and find out about it, or find out more about it. So without further ado, let us begin. Please don't forget to like, comment, and of course become a part of my sub hub here on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know anytime I'm posting a video. Okay. The dark mirror portals. Now, as usual, I've got my notes up here, so if I'm not looking directly into the camera at you, please forgive me because I cannot memorize all this stuff. But as I said already, the dark mirror portals, this is what this is about. These are thought to exist in areas of entry or exit within our physical reality. So that's what pretty much a dark mirror is. It's a portal. They can be, and actually doesn't always have to be a mirror. It can be a doorway, it can be a window, it can be a cupboard, it can be a wardrobe. Yeah, when I read about the wardrobes, I was like, whoa, like the Chronicles of Narnia, my favorite books of all time. You know, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so spirits can manifest, especially if there's an actual active portal in your house. And these are the different ways that they can go in and out. And usually when you watch all of these ghosts, like me, if you're attached to the TV, watching every ghost show there is, usually where do they come from? A doorway or a cupboard. A lot of them come from cupboards. A lot of them, your closet. Hello? I'm not even sure why they don't add under the bed, but I guess that's not an actual doorway. We just get freaked out because sometimes things are under your bed. Okay, I'm freaking myself out. All right, let me continue. What is a portal? It can be a person, place, or object that acts as a channel for spirits. So that's what an actual portal is. Now, what is black mirror scrying? Because there are such things. This is what this is about. This story is about black mirrors. Whew. So black mirror scrying is basically a way to communicate with the dead. People have used reflective stones, bowls of water, and dark glass. Supposedly you can see the future, speak with the dead, or perform magic rituals. And I use that lightly. It's not really magic. You know, what is magic? Magic is different things to different people. I think magic, we're made up of energy. So our energy can manifest amazing things out of nothing. And I think that's what magic is, or at least that's what it is to me. Magic is something that happens and you don't understand how, and you've got all of these things happening around you, which can be good or bad. I think in a nutshell, that's what magic really is. But okay, so this is a story that I found about a girl named Sarah. This is not her real name. She used a different name, but this is about what happened to her with the dark mirror, and I believe it happened to her mother, not necessarily her. So Sarah is the daughter, and this is something that happened to her mom. So a girl named Sarah, she purchased a dark mirror for her. I believe it was for her mom. She purchased it on Etsy or eBay. Or it was at one of the, it may have been at one of those New Age expos, because these are the different places that you can get dark mirrors from. Once she brought it home, she, I believe, gave it to her mom. And the story wasn't that clear, and this was the best one out of the bunches that I found, so that's why I stuck with it. But I believe when she brought it home, I guess her mom became interested in it, and once her mom took it, it changed her. Like, she became distant, and she started to do scrying sessions. Now, every time Sarah called her mom, it was a negative or depressing conversation. Now, at this point, she had had the mirror for a while, and like I said, she was doing the scrying sessions and using the mirror. And, her mom would complain she wasn't scrying correctly because she wasn't, I guess, getting the results that she wanted or she thought she should have. She became obsessed with it. Sarah eventually got it away from her, and she donated this mirror to a traveling paranormal museum. Now, this traveling paranormal museum, you can look this up on the web. I believe the exact name would be, if you looked up the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and Occult, you could probably find it. And actually go to this traveling museum and safely, and I really don't know how safe that is. I'm saying safely because you're around other people. There are a lot of other people there. And these people own these objects, so they kind of know way more about them than you would ever know just purchasing one off of a website or Etsy or some New Age expo. I think you'd be a lot safer. And that's the only reason why I'm saying safer, because that's something that I would do. They were just recently in my area not too long ago. I didn't go because, as you know, I have paranormal things happen to me, and it's not the most fun, and it is really scary. So I thought better of it, and I just didn't research further. But I know you guys that watch really like this stuff and want to, be interactive with it. So that is one way you can be interactive with it. But the following information is going to be some of the things that have happened to people. So let's get started with that. Okay, so a woman, and this is about the mirror that's in this traveling museum. So sorry, I should have said that before. This particular mirror that I'm talking about is still connected to the story of Sarah, and it's now in this traveling museum, and this is what people have gone through in visiting this particular mirror. Okay, so hopefully I'm a little bit more clear. Okay, so a woman who visited the Paranormal Museum gazed into the mirror and saw her rotting corpse. Oh my God. Others were having strange visions, warped faces, feeling of dread. One person put her hand to it, and it took hours to get it to come off. Only when she threatened to smash the mirror did it disappear. And I guess what I mean by that, I had to reread it. Sorry about the pause. She put her hand on it, and it wasn't that she couldn't get it off. It was the reflection. Her hand was still there. Even though she took it off the mirror, her hand was still there. And like I said, it was only when she threatened to smash it did her handprint disappear. She was freaked out by it, and she was wondering why her hand wasn't... Why was it there? It just really freaked her out. Okay. So the mirror traveled further across the country. A man, skeptic of course, laughingly looked into the mirror. He shook and began cursing and screaming profanities at it. He said he saw in the reflection of the mirror a man who looked exactly like him peek around his own reflection and walk away. Another person who sat quietly with the mirror in a separate room saw people who weren't there walk around in the reflection of the mirror. So as they sat there, they had the mirror, they were looking into it, and they could see all these things happen behind them. Lord have mercy. Okay, the museum believes the mirror works off of people's fear, emotions, and they continue to travel with it. They also feel its side effects and see its effects. They just continue to see the effects it has on others. So yeah, this is the end of this story. I don't know, I wanted to talk about this. This is a very interesting topic to me, and I don't know, it's just all these things that are out there. And I think, like I said, from the information that I found, from what the guys, it's a couple that actually owns a traveling museum. So they're the ones that believe that it works off of you. And like I said, we're made up of energy. And if you can have, be, or do anything you want just by giving off the right type of energy, then don't you think you could if there are other spirits around us that use that energy, don't you think that they're going to manifest? And if you're focusing all your energy on a specific thing, of course, something is going to happen. But for some reason, there are just particular objects that work better than others. And one of them are dark mirrors. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video because it was interesting and it was scary. And I know you guys like scary stories. So yes, and I hope you learned something. I hope that those of you who want to try this, now that maybe you've never heard of it before, and you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I want to do this, I want to try it, just look up this museum. Be safe about it. Don't do anything dumb. I love these stories and I love doing them, but I also want to do them responsibly, and I don't want someone to get hurt because they saw my video and decided to do something really dumb. So just be careful. It's not a game. It's not a joke. You kind of do this at your own risk, and there's always the possibility of becoming possessed. So please, please, please keep all of this in mind. And yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below. I love interacting and interacting with you and hearing what you have to say. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you can lead me to another good idea or story that I haven't heard of before. Okay guys, so this is the end of my video. I want to leave you with another quote because I really love these quotes. Let's see, what do I have for you today? All right, be sure you put your feet in the right place. Then stand firm. And who said that? Abraham Lincoln. One of my favorite presidents. Okay guys, again, end of my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and until my next one.